Thanksgiving is this week, and I want you to actually enjoy it this year. I don't want you to spend the whole day thinking about whether or not you've earned your mashed potatoes and gravy, or worrying about what who is going to say about what you put on your plate. So today we're going to get super practical about how to handle movement, food, and family this weekend in a way that feels good and is sustainable for you. Welcome to the Biking Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, Stacy Smith, and I lost 50 pounds riding my bike by focusing on what my body can do. Now, I teach other women how to do the same. I am obsessed with completely flipping the script on weight loss so that we can work out to feel good and feel strong. If you are ready to stop dieting, learn how to appreciate your body, and have fun riding your bike, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hello, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving. I am so excited about this episode. I am so happy that you are here, and I am just thrilled that together we are going to really kick off this holiday the right way. So I know that there's probably a lot of noise in your head right now about the holiday and holiday survival guides and what you're supposed to do and how you can earn your food. I swear to you, I saw yesterday afternoon a post on Instagram by an influencer basically saying, like, don't you want your family to be the kind of family that does a turkey trot? And I was laughing to myself because I was thinking, like, who cares what your family does on Thanksgiving? I digress slightly, but I think you kind of get the picture. There's a lot of noise out there. And here's the thing. We're not doing any of that here. I am just going to give you really simple, down and dirty, practical advice about how to feel good in your body this weekend, this Thanksgiving, without all of the drama, without all of the expectations, without putting a whole heck of a lot of pressure on yourself or your family to have the perfect Thanksgiving and do a turkey trot and all wear your matching t-shirts, okay? So first, I want to talk about movement on Thanksgiving. Here's the thing. You can absolutely move your body this Thursday if you want to, but you don't have to do a turkey trot. You don't have to crush a big, huge bike ride Thanksgiving morning in order to earn your Thanksgiving food. That is not how this works. If you want to move your body on Thanksgiving, I would like for you to do it because you want to and because it feels good, not because you feel like you have to or it's something you're supposed to do or you need to do it to earn your food. I don't want you counting calories when you're trying to eat your Thanksgiving dinner and enjoy your family. I don't want you worrying about, did I work out hard enough this morning to earn the food that I'm having now? That isn't fun. That puts a lot of pressure on you on a holiday where I'm guessing you've got plenty of pressure already. Maybe you are the one who's cooking the meal, or maybe you're going to somebody's house and you're not super comfortable there and you're wondering how the dynamic is going to be. Families have drama all the time, but especially over the holidays. And so I don't want you to be putting any extra additional pressure on yourself. If you want to move, I want you to do it because it feels good. I normally do a Peloton ride on Thanksgiving morning. They usually have like a special Thanksgiving turkey burn, or I don't even know what they call it, ride. And if I can fit it into my schedule, I usually do it because it's really fun and I really like it and I really enjoy it. But if I can't do it live, that's okay. If I have to do some other ride Thanksgiving morning, that's fine too. If I'm just too busy putting together the turkey and all the fixings, then that's all right as well. So if you have to skip it because life, Thanksgiving, preparation gets in the way, that's totally okay. You have this whole weekend, and I'm guessing that you have some time off this weekend. And if you want to do a super long and hard ride, you can do it some other day. It does not have to be on Thanksgiving. Thursday is just one day. So here's what I want you to think about kind of going into Thanksgiving and going into this week. Decide in advance how you want to physically feel. Decide in advance what you want to do. and what you don't want to do. Maybe you just want to take Thanksgiving off of movement and just enjoy the day. That is totally fine. Maybe you want to just go for a family walk after the meal, or a family walk in the morning, or walk the dog that day as a way of getting some of your activity in. That's totally fine. The idea is that you get to decide what you want to do, how you want to think, how you want to feel. How do you want to feel physically? How do you want to feel emotionally? Not how you think you should feel, but how you actually want to feel. When you're thinking about your food and you're thinking about your choices and you're thinking about, oh, this is what I'm going to do and this is how I'm going to do it, I'm going to move my body, then I want you to do what makes sense. I want you to really do what works for you, and I want you to do what feels good for you in terms of moving your body. Now, when you're thinking about what you are going to eat over Thanksgiving, I am guessing that you are having all sorts of thoughts. I'm guessing that you're thinking about how much you're going to eat. I'm guessing you're thinking about what foods you want to eat. You might be thinking about what foods are worth it and what foods aren't worth it. There could be just so much running through your head right now in terms of your food choices and in terms of your food decisions. So I'm going to give you some super practical advice about this. First of all, I want you to take a deep breath and I want you to just settle down. There is so much power in the pause. There is so much power in taking a deep breath and just saying, I'm going to calm myself down a little bit here, and I'm going to think about how I actually want to feel on this day. Maybe I want to feel really connected with my family. Maybe I don't want to obsess over the food choices that I'm making. So the first step is to really kind of just take a minute. It's Tuesday when I'm releasing this episode. You got a couple days here. Think about how you really want to feel on Thursday. Think about how you want to feel this weekend. Think about how you want to feel in terms of the food that you're going to eat, and make the decision intentionally. So when you're deciding what you're going to eat on Thanksgiving, now hopefully at this point you've already made a decision about whether or not you're going to move. You already have kind of a straightforward mindset on, this is what I'd like to do. This is my backup plan. This is how I'm going to think about it if it doesn't work out. When you're thinking about what the food is that you're going to eat, I want you to think about this intentionally in advance too. I want you to think about, first of all, what kind of foods do I normally really enjoy on Thanksgiving? What foods are my must-haves? For me, I need to have the turkey. I need the gravy, I need the mashed potatoes, I need the stuffing. Those are my must-haves. Everything else can go by the wayside. It's just literal gravy, I guess one could say. But those are the things that I really want to enjoy. Those are the things I really want to have. Those are the things that if I don't have room for in my body, I'm going to be really upset. So what does that mean? It means that when I think about the appetizer table and I think about the snacks that are available ahead of time, those are not must-haves for me. Those are not really important. So I'm probably going to have some. In fact, this year I really have a hankering for some pickles before my Thanksgiving meal. We used to always have pickles out on major holidays, and my family loved pickles. And so pickles were always one of the appetizer options. So I'm going to put out a little plate of pickles this year. Put out some hummus, put out some crackers, put out some pepperoni. I don't like cheese. I know many people do, so that will be included. Those sorts of things. So that's what I'm thinking in advance. I'm thinking, I'm going to put a small plate of appetizers together just to keep me going as I'm cooking this meal, but that's not going to be the main event for me. That's not going to be where I fill up. I'm going to save the room in my belly for my turkey, my mashed potatoes, and my gravy. And I want you to kind of think about that stuff too. I also really like pie, so I'm going to try to save some room for my apple pie. However, my mom's making an apple pie, thank goodness, because she also makes a pumpkin and I don't like pumpkin. You know what I'm saying. You might not agree with me, but I know you have your Thanksgiving preferences too. I'm already thinking about, these are the things that I really want. These are the things that are must-haves for me. These are the things that I'm probably not going to put on my plate because I just really don't enjoy them. And when someone asks me if I want something that I really don't enjoy, I have my no thank yous all ready to go. And I don't care if they make comments about, oh, you're not eating much, or, oh, is that all you're having? I'm already thinking in advance that I don't care about who says what about what I put on my plate. And Also, my family doesn't make comments. They're great, but it hasn't always been that way. I've definitely been in situations where people have been making comments about my food, or I'm worried that they are silently judging my food choices, and that upsets me too. So if you feel like any of these things, I totally get it. So when you're thinking about your food, make your decisions in advance. Know going in what your must-haves are, and know how full you really want to be. And this is a big one. So I want you to choose your food in advance. Like, you know what the food's going to be on Thanksgiving, I'm guessing. Choose the things that are the must-haves for you, not because I want you to be thinking about restricting, but because I want you to be thinking about, this is what I really want. This is how I really want to enjoy my holidays. This is how I want to feel physically when I am done with my food. Now, I don't care how you want to feel. If you want to be so stuffed that you can't get off the couch, that you have to lie down on the couch after your meal, unbutton your pants, and take a nap, you go ahead and you do that. I am not even remotely ashamed to admit that there were Thanksgivings where that was 100% my intention. I was going to eat. I was going to eat myself silly. I was going to eat until I was going to explode. I was going to eat until I was super uncomfortable. And then I was going to lie down on my uncle's couch. I loved having Thanksgiving at my uncle's house. I was going to lay down on his couch and I was going to have myself a nap, and it was going to be glorious. And I just don't want to make that decision anymore. That's just not how I want to feel on Thanksgiving personally anymore. I want to feel like I've enjoyed my food and that I have the energy and the wherewithal to start the cleanup before the dessert, if you know what I'm saying. That's how I want to feel. I love preparing Thanksgiving for my family. I love cooking all the food. I even love cleaning it up. I know that probably sounds completely insane, but I'm very proprietary over the cleanup mechanisms in my kitchen, and I know how to do it and do it quickly and fast. And I just like people to be able to sit back and relax. And I feel like it's this something that I can do for my family, for my extended family. And it feels really, really great. I love it. So I'm not complaining about any of those things, but I want to be able to do them, and I don't want to feel so gross that I can't. And that's just my personal choice right now. That's how I physically want to feel. So decide in advance, do you want to physically be really full when you're done to the point where you're going to explode? Or do you want to be just like, oh, I'm satisfied. I maybe ate a little more than I usually do, but I still can do all the things I want to, like clean up or go for a post-Thanksgiving meal walk with my family. Whatever it is that you want to do, just decide intentionally in advance how you want to feel on Thanksgiving. You might even decide in advance, you know what? I don't want to think about food at all today. I just want to enjoy the time, enjoy the family, eat what I feel like I want to eat, stop when I'm satisfied, or I'm going to overeat. I just don't really care today. That's honestly okay too. I'm just asking you to go in with that intention. I don't want you to go into the holiday feeling like you're out of control and you have no idea what to do and you're so stressed and you just have so much on your plate, both literally and figuratively. I want you to intentionally go in and think about, this is going to be how I make my choices today. This is what I am going to decide to do today. You know, like I said, there are years where I ate until my clothes were about to explode and I had to unbutton my pants and lay down and take a nap on the couch. And that's totally fine. You know, that plan is fine too. The idea is this is one out of 365 days of 3 meals a day type of decisions that you're going to be making. So whatever 365 times 3 is, this is just one of those meals. It's not going to make or break your goals, your weight loss, your progress, any of that. I just don't want you to feel bad or out of control about the decisions that you are making. And if you want to have space physically in your body for both the meal and the dessert, then that's great. And if someone says like, here, I really want you to try this, and be like, you know what, that looks delicious. Maybe I'll take some home. And be willing to, you know, if you don't want to feel completely overstuffed, be willing to say, can I please take a piece of pie home? I really just, like, I got a little bit too into my mashed potatoes and gravy and cranberry sauce and stuffing, and I really just don't have any room, but I really, really want to try that. Can I please just take it home? So these are some of the things that I want you to really be thinking about and considering when we're going into the holidays, when we're going into Thanksgiving. I want you to make sure that you're present on that day, like emotionally present, that you are focused on the emotions, that you are focused on the memories that you're making. And when you think about how you want to feel physically, the choices that you want to make regarding your movement and your food on that day, when you think about how you want to feel emotionally and being emotionally present and a part of the family and the relationships that you're building, I want you to think about all of the joy that this time of year can bring and really focus on that. Remember, in this community, we are all about finding the joy in our movement, in our food. We're about finding the fun. We're about making improvements to our life and to our bodies from a place of love and appreciation for everything that we can do. And when we're making those choices and those decisions over Thanksgiving, we really want to just, we want to feel good. And your family, your kids, your friends, your grandkids, can we just talk about your photos for a second? Please don't hide from them this holiday season, or please consider just being in the moment and letting yourself be photographed and being a little bit more kind. I know we talked about this. I actually talked about this in last week's episode, so definitely check it out if you haven't done so already. But I just wanted to mention it again. There's just something so powerful about really being present in the moment for you, for yourself, for your family. And when that camera comes out and someone whips out their phone and they want to take a picture of the family, be in the photo. Don't feel like you have to hide your body. Don't feel like you have to hide in the back. Know that being a part of this moment is what is going to make everything about this holiday, about this gathering, about this weekend, what you need and what you want it to be right now. And finally, I do want to just give you a quick tip on how to deal with those people who grind your gears every single holiday. You know who they are. You know the kinds of things that they're going to say. You know they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm being so bad today. Oh, or this is my cheat day. Or they're making comments like at your plate saying, oh my gosh, I don't know where are you going to even fit all of that? I want you to think about this in advance, because here's the thing. I have found over the years that this rhetoric, this discourse, this story about being so bad and having a cheat day, that it just really doesn't work for me. I am living my life every single day. I do not want to feel like I have to cheat on my life. And so if I am so miserable regarding my food and my movement choices every day of the year that I feel like Thanksgiving has to be a cheat day, then I'm just really not happy in general about the way that I'm doing things. And if you've ever thought this way, or if you still feel this way, I am not judging you, but I just am asking you to think about the fact that there really could be another way, that you could think about Thanksgiving as just one more day, and that this is just one more meal, a meal where you get to eat a lot of the delicious stuff that you don't normally have throughout the year. I just want you to kind of think about those people who make those comments, and think a little bit about, kind of give yourself a little pep talk, first of all, and think about what you might say or how you might want to respond, if you even want to respond at all. You could say something like, I really don't think about food as good and bad anymore. It's just food, and I like to make my choices. I think that is perfectly valid. Or you could say something like, we all get to choose what works for us. And honestly, sometimes just changing the subject works perfectly well too. So that's just a little bit of a pep talk on if there is somebody who really grinds your gears. If you know that some people are going to be making comments about this being so bad and so naughty, and oh my goodness, what am I eating and what are you eating? Here's the thing. It's, first of all, what you eat is no one else's business. It's only yours. But secondly, when you go in with a plan, then you say, oh, I'm not going to let this bother me this time. And maybe, just maybe, it will bother you a little less, because when people are making these comments, their comments are about them. They are not about you. You don't have to make them about you. Chances are there's something going on with them and their relationship with food, and that's their business. But you don't have to think about it really at all. You get to choose what you think about your body, what you put on your plate, what you think about what you put on your plate. And The last thing that I'm going to kind of say and want to remind you is that this is one day. And as I mentioned before, if you don't really want to do a big workout on Thursday, if you've got a lot going on, there's always Friday, there's always Saturday, there's always Sunday. There's always other days where you can fit your movement in. You don't have to earn the food that you eat on Thursday by doing a freaking turkey trot or riding your bike 100 miles. It's just not necessary. If you don't feel like doing the Peloton turkey burn ride, if you don't enjoy it the way that I do, then don't freaking do it. It's totally fine to do what you want to do, to do what makes the most sense for you. Here's what I want for you this week, and here's my kind of homework, if you will. I want you to feel good in your body. I want you to enjoy the food that you love. I want you to stay present for the moments that really matter. And I want you to walk into this long weekend, this Thanksgiving weekend, with your family, with your friends, feeling empowered, feeling in control, and not feeling so overwhelmed by all of the things you have to do, by all of the decisions that you have to make. You don't need to earn your food. You're allowed to actually enjoy your holiday and your Thanksgiving, and you're allowed to care about how you feel. Not just being so focused on making sure that everyone else is taken care of on this day. And listen, if you don't want to navigate the holidays alone, if you want support, if you want a plan, if you want a coach, if you want to develop a plan for you with some support that actually fits your life, my Lose 6 Pounds in 6 Weeks program is still open. I would love to work with you. It's personal coaching with me all the way through the holiday season. You get unlimited text and email access to me. I'm going to just put the link in the description so that you can check it out, or you can email me. I can be emailed at Stacy, STACY, at Sassy, SASCY.com, and I will send you the link, chat with you, answer any questions that you might have, just if you want to check out what it's like to work with me. I hope that you have the most wonderful Thanksgiving this year. I hope that this message resonated with you. I hope that you are going into this weekend feeling strong and feeling empowered. And if you have a friend that you know could really benefit from this message too, please, please, please send her a link to this podcast so that she can check it out and so that she can go into the weekend having all of the tools that she needs in order to really, truly enjoy her Thanksgiving. Have the best Thanksgiving, my friend. I cannot wait to talk to you again next week. I can't wait to hear from you and see how it all goes. Talk soon. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the Biking Wellness Podcast. Be sure to head on over to sassy.com/guide, SASCY.com/guide, to get my completely free Lose Weight Biking Quick Start Guide so that you can get started with simple, doable weight loss today. That's SASCY.com/guide.